going to talk to Hannah Reed, who's a second grade teacher at Greenbrier Primary. Hannah, how are you managing this crisis?
I am just trying to adjust to, like the students, they thrive having a routine and consistency, and I'm noticing that I do too. So I'm trying to just keep a little bit of a schedule and not, totally fall off. So just trying to keep a schedule and, still carving out time for myself, because it's a little bit easier when you're actually working in the building. You can kind of say, okay, I'll leave work at work. Some days you don't always do that, but when you're working at home, it's a little bit trickier. So
yeah, I'm hearing that from a lot of people, people that have kids and people that don't, and people who are working from home, that the schedule is crucial, because you're right, you just fall off. As I've said several times, I talked to somebody the other day and they said, have a nice weekend. I was like, I don't even know the difference.
I know. Yeah.
So tell me, what kind of activities and what's the interaction like with your students? Because second graders, I mean, most of them don't have cell phones and tablets and things. So I imagine you spend a lot of time with parents.
Yeah, so luckily at Greenbrier Primary, we have a Chromebook cart in each second grade classroom with 20 Chromebooks. I have 25 students, so it's not one-to-one, but almost. And so before the closing, we were using our Chromebooks every day and Google Classroom every day. So I was grateful for that, because they were at least familiar with the platform. So we've been doing some new classwork assignments on there, but we've been doing the Google Classroom, Google Meet. Today we had a really good Google Meet. I was, sometimes with the technology issues like we just experienced, it can get a little bit tricky, but, and then there's Flipgrid. So I've just been trying to keep it fun and like educational at the same time, because I know they miss each other, but I don't want to like overwhelm them and stress them out. When they see each other on the Google Meet or on Flipgrid, they're just happy to see each other and say hello. So just try and keep it positive.
Yeah, I imagine, in talking to elementary school teachers, especially primary teachers, the biggest challenge has been getting over missing the kids.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, when the governor, I just started crying. I was like, this is a reminder for me. I really love my job, and just like a normal, I guess I would never take for granted. Craziness is like totally something different.
Right. Wow. So what are the positive things? What are the bright spots for you? Maybe some surprises from teaching this way?
Yeah, like I just said, just a new appreciation, I think, for my job, and definitely learning more technology. I use it, fairly frequently in my classroom, but I know the students these days, I'm young myself, but I even noticed with my second graders, they really take to technology really quickly. Like they would surprise me with the activities we would do in class, how quickly they would pick up on kind of like the coding and all that kind of stuff, even though they're only, 7 and 8 years old. So I'm just excited, because there's a lot of things I think I'll be able to kind of have in my toolbox now that I'll be able to use in the future, even in the classroom.
Wow. What advice do you have for especially elementary age parents and for any students that might take a look at this?
For the parents, I would say just be patient with yourself. Be patient with your student. This is totally, just like a crazy time, and it's a lot of unexpected things going on. So, and let the teachers know how you're feeling. I know for me personally, I've been in heavy communication with my parents just because I do work with second graders. So it's a lot of communication with the parents, and I appreciate any feedback they give me, because it can kind of guide, what I'm doing going forward, because every family has a different situation right now. And so, we're trying to balance, should I give more? Should I give less? What kind of things do the parents want? So just communicating with the teachers, I'm sure, any other teacher would appreciate feedback.
Right. That's great. So I know you're busy. I appreciate your time. And we want you to know that I'm sure your parents and your students and everybody in the community appreciates all the work you're doing. So keep it up. It's a tough adjustment, but it looks like you're going to get through it just great.